Okay, I just got the update that Charlie Kirk has officially passed away. In case you haven't been on social media for the last couple hours or so, Charlie Kirk, the famous political commentator who goes to college campuses and debates with students, was at an event in Utah today, and while answering one of the questions that somebody gave him, he was shot through the neck and was in critical condition since then. And I really hope I'm wrong, but I just turned on the news to hear the update that Charlie Kirk has passed away. I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm not shocked. Of course, people would go after Charlie Kirk. Of course. Because he was such a threat to the evil that was plaguing our country. Of course, evil people would go after a godly, good man. Again, I don't care what your political views are. I don't care if you hated the mofo. But we can all agree that what happened to Charlie Kirk was pure evil and pure cowardice. And we're talking about a guy who literally came on campus and literally gave you a mic and you could say whatever you want. You could even curse at him, mock his God in front of his face, or debate him, or have an open discussion, which is what made Charlie Kirk so respectful and lovable. Sure, some of his views, some of his worldviews, you hate, you don't believe, you don't respect. But my God, he didn't deserve to die. Even if it was somebody like on the complete opposite political side of Charlie Kirk, like Dean or Parker, never would I ever wish for what happened to Charlie Kirk to them or anybody like him. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that. I'm sorry if I get a little too deep. Keep Charlie Kirk's family in prayer. Specifically his wife and kids. They need it more than anybody else in this world right now. I honestly believe this event is going to wake up a lot of Christians and a lot of people who stand with what Charlie Kirk believed in. I think it's totally going to rock this country. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Love you, man.
One of my next door neighbors is a 90-year-old man suffering from Alzheimer's. And every single morning at 9 a.m., he knocks on my door and he asks me if I have seen his wife. Which means that every single morning at 9 a.m., I have to explain to a 90-year-old man suffering from Alzheimer's that his wife has been dead for quite some time. Now, I have thought about moving. I have thought about just not answering my door in the morning. But to be honest, it's worth it just to see the smile on his face.
So you can have a kid who's incredibly book smart but common sense-wise out to lunch. A buddy of mine has one of those. His son Kyle, 22 years old, honor student, couldn't find his way out of the rain. 3 of us go out one night, contact Uber for a ride home. Kyle pulls it up on the app. He goes, all right, our driver is Nassim Altima Jasson, must be Muslim. My buddy grabs his phone. He goes, we're looking for a Nissan Altima. Guy's name is Jason.
We've decided that out of all the holidays, Mother's Day cards, hardest cards to buy, because they're all so fake. Because all Mother's Day cards say something on them in big flowery letters like, to the most wonderful mother in the world. Or I can just make a card that said, you did the best you could. I love you anyway. Of course, then I'll get a card back. Yeah, and you were a disappointment too.
I love the fact that Jesus' first miracle wasn't raising anyone from the dead. His first miracle wasn't giving sight to the blind. His first miracle was turning water into wine. His first miracle was one just to keep the party going.
Social media, I think, is so unhealthy that in a couple of years we're going to look back at it like we look at cigarettes now. You know? You see somebody on social media indoors, you're like, take that shit outside. Keep it 15 feet away from the entrance. There are babies in here. Secondhand Snapchatting kills. TikTok tuberculosis. Even Instagram, the least evil of all of them. You're still just scrolling, looking at things. That looks like a lunch I wish I'd had. That looks like a relationship I would treasure. That looks like a vacation I'll never take. Just slowly getting unhappy and arthritis at the same time.
Haddad, what is dark humor? Want to know what dark humor is? Next time you see an army vet with no arms, tell me you give him a hand. But Dad, I'm blind. Yeah, I know. Hey, knock knock. Who's there? Nothing. If I say who's there, are you just gonna say nothing? Oh, it's a way better joke than that. Nothing who?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per...
This is a robbery! Give me everything you got! I can't. What? I seriously can't. I will blow your head off. I can't because my wife took everything and left because I'm dying from cancer. Oh. Stage 5 testicular cancer. Okay, I'm gonna just leave.